Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are at Northwestern High School, Kokomo, Indiana, home of the Tigers. We welcome you to today's education-based Indiana High School varsity boys basketball game. Tonight, it's the Tipton Blue Devils as they make a visit to the Northwestern Tigers. Northwestern Tigers hosting the Blue Devils. That should be a good ball game. We'll mention this internet radio coverage is made possible by audiosportsonline.net. That's ASO. That's Rob Kendall providing internet radio access for putmeinsports.com since 2008. We do thank you for tuning in. We'll mention this should be a good ball game. Both teams are on the floor, shooting around at their leisure. It's basically gone through their line technique. Now they're just grabbing a basketball and shooting where they want to. We'll mention there's 16:22 left here in the pregame, here in the varsity ball game, and I'm going to mention I'm got some stuff to cover here. Hopefully get some of it in before the tip-off. First, we'll mention both teams. We'll talk about the Tipton Blue Devils. They'll be the visiting team on the scoreboard. Tipton Blue Devils have a school enrollment of 454. Their school was founded in 1962. Their Class 2A, Sectional 39, and the sectional will be played at Frankton High School. Frankton has a gym capacity of 2,400. 6 in that sectional. Right now, they stack up like this. Taylor Titans, they fell this week for the very first time. They were defeated by the Eastbrook Panthers. We'll look over here on this other note. We'll mention Tuesday the 14th, 48-41. That was at 2A Eastbrook. Eastbrook Panthers got the first win over the Taylor Titans. Also, the Sheridan Blackhawks, they're 10-2. Sheridan Blackhawks having a tremendous season. Tipton Blue Devils, they enter the gym tonight. Enter the gym at 8 wins, 2 losses. Lapel Bulldogs, they're currently 6-4. Frankton Eagles are 3-7. Elwood Panthers are 2-9. The principal at Tipton High School is Craig Leach. The athletic director is Corey Fernung. The assistant athletic director for the for the high school, and he's also the middle school athletic director. That's Alec Weddle. The athletic trainer, he is on hand here tonight. I see him up in the bleachers. That's athletic trainer Burke Emmerts. And I will remind you, Tipton High School is located at 619 South Main Street, Tipton, Indiana, 46072. You can dial them by telephone at 765-675-7431. On the web, you can find them at tiptonathletics.com. They wear the collars blue and white. They perform in the Hoosier Conference. There are 9 teams in the Hoosier Conference. They have an East and a West division. In the East, there are 4 teams. Right now, it's Western. They have won the East outright. They're 3-0 in the East division. They are 9-4 overall. Tipton Blue Devils, they're 1-1 in the East. As mentioned, they're 8-2. Hamilton Heights, 1-1 in the division. They're 7-5. That game coming up into this month. I think it's January 31st. That'll be at Tipton, Hamilton Heights, and Tipton. That'll probably be for second place. Logansport Berries, 0-3. Their division is completed in the East Division. They are 4-10 overall. In the West Division of the Hoosier Conference, Twin Lakes, they are at the top presently. They're 2-0 in the West, 8-5 overall. West Lafayette, the Red Devils, they're 1-0 in the West. They're 9-3 overall. Central Catholic Knights, they're 1-0 in the West. They're 6-5 overall. Benton Central, the Bison, are 0-2 in the West. They're 4-8 overall. Rensselaer Central, the Bombers, are 0-2 in the West. They are 3-8 overall. And we'll remind you, the Blue Devils, 8-2 on the season. They're 1-1 in the Hoosier Conference East Division. Offensively, this is an average. JohnHarrell.net. That's JohnHarrell.net. Harrell is HARRELL.net. Check out that website. I couldn't live without it. So the Blue Devils will mention offensively per game, 10 games, 57.3 points offensively per game average. Blue Devils defensively, they give up an average of 45.4. The head coach of the Tipton Blue Devils is Coach Cliff Hawkins. Cliff Hawkins, working at Tipton High School, he's working in year number 6, 96 wins, 38 losses. Overall, Coach Hawkins working in year number 44, 593 wins, 397 losses. Keep track with me. Coach Cliff Hawkins has coached to this day 990 ball games. Next game on the agenda for the Blue Devils, Saturday, January 18th. That's tomorrow night. It's going to be a game that they put on the schedule. It wasn't on the schedule, but it is now. It's going to be a 6 and a 7:30 contest tomorrow night at Tipton High School. Clinton Prairie Gophers at Tipton. And that should be a good one. We'll see. And while we're talking about Cliff Hawkins, I want to go ahead and mention Cliff Hawkins told the story before the JV game. Even we were listening to him. That was Randy Bagley, Alec Weddle. My ears were definitely open. Coach Cliff Hawkins, a basketball camp. It was a few years back, and that's figuratively speaking. It's a few years back, and he said he invited Jerry Seasting, a former Pacer. He played for Purdue. Jerry Seasting. He invited him to a basketball camp that Coach Hawkins was hosting, and Jerry Seasting definitely obliged. That's Coach Hawkins, and he showed up. He accepted the invitation, and he went to speak to the campers. He was talking to the campers. That's what Coach Hawkins was wanting him to do. So I imagine the campers were seated, and Jerry Seasting was talking to them. But Coach Hawkins said, while they were seated and Jerry was talking to them, Jerry was taking shots in the front court randomly, shooting around the perimeter, stuff like that. They weren't all layups, but he was shooting around. And Coach Hawkins said while he was talking to the boys, he shot 150 shots in that front court. And Coach Hawkins said he made 146 of them. That's Jerry Seasting. He said Jerry Seasting, quite an individual, but he played the team game. We'll talk about the Northwestern Tigers. Northwestern Tigers, right here, they have a gym capacity of 1,888. I guess that's probably random, but probably difficult to see how many seats are available in a place to play basketball. But anyway, Northwestern Tigers, they have a school enrollment of 554. They're Class 3A. They're in Sectional 23. There are 7 in that sectional, and that's a good sectional. That may be an understatement. At the top right now listed is Northwestern. Northwestern Tigers, they're 6-4 overall. West Lafayette Red Devils, they're 9-3. Maconaquah Braves are 6-2. Western Panthers are 9-4. Peru Tigers are 5-6. Twin Lakes Indians are 7-5, and the Logansport Berries are 4-10. At Northwestern High School, the principal is Tim Schoaf. I've never asked somebody how to say that. It's Shoaff. It's either Schoaf or Schoaf. And I'm going to ask this gentleman, is this Schoaf or Schoaf? Schoaf? Thank you. It is Schoaf, sitting right next to a guy writing for the Kokomo Tribune. Now, this guy has played football. He's the same age as me, but he's a big guy, and I believe he has played football. He's quite a gentleman. Also, the athletic director right here at Northwestern Tiger High School is Michael Horseman. And the athletic secretary is Christina Kidwell. And we'll also mention Northwestern High School is located at 3431 North 400 West, Kokomo, Indiana 46901. You can dial them up at 765-457-8101. On the web, here's the website that I see listed in the Football Digest, Indiana Football Digest. It is nwsc.k12.in.us/0/. Northwestern Dash Athletics. And they wear the collars purple and white. They perform in the Three Rivers Conference. There are 10 teams in the Three Rivers Conference, and here are the current standings. At number 1, Manchester. They're 3-0 in the conference, 11-1 overall. At number 2, it's Mechaniqua, 2-0 in the conference. They're 6-2 overall. At number 3, the Northwestern Tigers. They're 3-1. They're 6-4 overall. At number 4, the Peru Tigers, 3-1. They're 5-6 overall. At number 5, it's Northfield. Northfield, they're a 1A school. They're 2-1. They're 7-4 overall. At number 6, Rochester. The Zebras are 1-1, 6-2 overall. At number 7, it's Southwood. Southwood, they're 1-2. They're 5-5 overall. Followed up by number 8, Whitco Wildcats. They are 1-2 in the conference, 3-8 overall. And at number 9, it's Wabash Apaches, followed up by number 10, Lewis Cass Kings. We'll mention Northwestern Tigers are 6-4, 3-1 in the Three Rivers Conference. And offensively, as an average, in 10 games, they averaged offensively 47.3. As an average defensively, they give up an average of 46.2. The head coach for the Northwestern Tigers is Mr. Jim Gish. Jim Gish, what a quality individual, but he's not an individual. He plays the team game too. I really enjoy prepping and working for this game. We'll mention he's a principal. He's the Northwestern Tiger School Corporation principal. He's working in year number 21. He has only coached at Northwestern. 21st year, he's got 278 wins, 163 losses. And their next game going to happen also. It'll be tomorrow, the 18th. Northfield Norsemen will be here with the Northwestern Tigers. And that will be a conference game. That's at 6 o'clock and at 7:30 start for the varsity. Now we'll talk about Hoosier Conference games happening. We'll mention on Wednesday there was one game in the Hoosier Conference of the 15th. It was Twin Lakes and Benton Central. That game was at Benton Central. It's a West Division matchup in the Hoosier Conference. Twin Lakes 46, Benton Central 33. Now tonight, Friday, January 17th, 6 games on the agenda. 8 Hoosier Conference teams in action in those 6 games. 2 of those games are West Division matchups. First game is a West Division matchup at 7:30 start, Benton Central at Central Catholic. 7:30 start tonight, Hamilton Heights is at LaPel. 8 o'clock start tonight, Kankakee Valley. They are at the Twin Lakes Indians. 7:30 start tonight, Logansport at McCutcheon. 8 o'clock start tonight, West Lafayette at Rensselaer Central. That's a West Division matchup. And tonight's game right here at Northwestern, Tipton Blue Devils and the Northwestern Tigers. Now we'll talk a little bit about the Three Rivers Conference. Three Rivers Conference, 2 games scheduled. 2 games scheduled. That was Tuesday. Tuesday's games, Tipton and Wabash got to play their game. It was a little bit timid with the weather, but everything worked out, I believe, okay. Tipton got the win 71-36 over Wabash. The second game for Tuesday night did not happen. It was postponed. It was supposed to be Winnemac and Northfield. Tonight's ball games in the Three Rivers Conference, January 17th, Friday, 5 games, 4 conference matchups, and 1 out of conference game. 7:30 game, Lewis Cass conference game at Rochester. 7:45 start, Mechaniqua at Peru. 7:45 start, Southwood at Whitco. That's a conference game. 7:45 start, Wabash conference game with Manchester. Manchester, pretty good team. I hope they play accordingly. And the Tipton Blue Devils are right here with the Northwestern Tigers. 7:30 start. So clock is halted at 3 minutes. They're getting ready to come out of the locker room. They're going to come out of the locker room, and then it ought to be good. And while we have a minute, I'm going to go ahead and mention a couple of prominent people, prominent men who have devoted much of their adult lives serving the purple and white Northwestern Tigers High School. One of them is Mike Blackburn, served as athletic director here for the Tigers 28 years. The second is Daniel, that's Dan Armstrong, also served as an athletic director right here at Northwestern Tiger High School for 16 years. He was here for 34 years overall. He taught social studies, AP, US, world history. I did that probably 18 years, took over the sports program as the athletic director. And I truly enjoyed working with him involved as an outsider. And I will mention both have recently been inducted into the NIAAA. That's the NIAAA, and that's the Athletic National Interscholastic Administration Association. I find out that there's just over 16,000 members. Well, Mike Blackburn and Dan Armstrong have both been inducted. And if you didn't know, Dan Armstrong, he grew up in Ohio. He said he was there 21 years growing up, and he's a big-time Buckeye fan. So I imagine he's going to be watching the game Monday nights. I'm going to have to mention I'm going to be for the Notre Dame Irish. And Dan also has told me before he's a Bengals fan, big-time Bengals fan because he's from Ohio. But he kind of likes the Bills in terms of the Super Bowl this year. He don't know. But I saw a kid wearing a Bills T-shirt just a while ago down there near the floor. And I'll mention a little bit about Dan Armstrong. He has touched a lot of lives. Dan Armstrong, not only as a teacher, not only as an athletic director, but also as a coach. Dan Armstrong, he coached 12 years varsity assistant for Northwestern basketball. He coached 4 years for football, Northwestern football. He was on the staff. And baseball, he loves baseball. I think he went to college to play baseball and ended up being a defensive lineman on the football team. He's a big guy. And we'll mention he coached 4 years baseball at Northwestern Tiger High School as a JV coach, and then he took over the program 6 years as the varsity coach. I want to talk a little bit about his son. His son, Quinlan Armstrong, Northwestern graduate. He played quarterback a little bit, probably in middle school, freshman year, but he loved baseball. And he loved basketball. In baseball, he played shortstop. He was a pitcher. He played baseball. He went on to college, played baseball at Goshen College. That's Quinlan Armstrong. And before we run out of time here, I do want to mention Mike Blackburn. Mike Blackburn actually hired Stan Reibold. Stan Reibold runs a scores bench right there. He keeps score for Northwestern Tigers. He's done that for 30 years. And in those 30 years, the last 15, he also has driven the bus. That's for girls and boys. He keeps the scoreboard for both teams, boys and girls. And he says he was hired in about 1994. He's retired now, but he loves keeping score for Northwestern. And what a gentleman. He is the scorekeeper. That is Stan Reibold. We're going to stand at attention for the national anthem. We'll set this down. Please join me in applause for our new officials in the commitment for education day technology. When time to close lines, people with their hats for playing the game. Our flag will be displayed as support. We're also asking you to please maintain the flags on this time. That was a Northwestern Tiger band. That sounded marvelous. And Will mentioned they're getting ready to announce the starting lineups here momentarily. Looking for a good ball game here tonight. I was able to drive over to Clinton Prairie last Saturday and watch Clinton Prairie and Northwestern. I was unavailable to broadcast the game. There was not any airwaves available because a friend of mine, Rob Kendall, had other things he needed to do, and they were very important. But Will mentioned starting lineup for tonight's game. Tipton Blue Devils are going to start like this. Wearing number 2, 6'2" sophomore, Peyton Aller. Wearing number 3, 6'6" senior, that's Grady Carpenter. 22.6 points per game, 7.7 rebounds per game, 7.1 assists per game. Wearing number 5 for the Blue Devils, 6'1" senior, that's Sam Quigley. 10.9 a game, 3.5 rebounds, and 2.9 assists. Wearing number 12, starting tonight, 6'8" sophomore, Grayson McFalls. And wearing number 21, 6'2" senior, Landon Spidell. He averages 3.7 boards per ball game. The head coach for the Blue Devils is Cliff Hawkins. Now for the Northwestern Tigers, they'll start like this. Wearing number 13, 6'5" senior, 13.8 points per game. That's Hayden Cook. He also averages 9 rebounds per game. 6'5", Hayden Cook. We'll mention number 15, 6'4" sophomore, 10.1 points per game, Braden Wilson. Wearing number 21, 5'10" senior, 3.7 a game. That's Cameron Markley. He also chips in with 3.2 assists per game. Wearing number 24, 6' senior, Connor Binion, 7 points per game average, 3 assists per game average, and the final starter in the lineup for the Northwestern Tigers. Number 32, he's 6'1". He's a senior, 5.8 points per game average. That's Brock Shank. Brock Shank was the quarterback for the 9-2 Northwestern Tigers this season under the coaching tutelage of Coach Caleb Small. We'll talk about Brock through the game, I'm sure, but he's number 31 in the nation in passing this season. That's remarkable. Tipped to the backcourt, tipped around, finally picked up in the backcourt by the Northwestern Tigers. In the front court, moving the basketball out top near the center circle, Cameron Markley. We might go with Cam once in a while. Going to work it, picked up the dribble. Going to be a steal, trying to save the basketball in front of the Blue Devil bench. Couldn't get it. Good effort by Peyton Aller. Ball goes out of bounds. Going to stay in the front court with Northwestern. Going to be brought in right there in front of the Blue Devil bench. That's 32, Brock Shank. He's the quarterback, and he's getting the start tonight. He didn't get the start last Saturday. He came off the bench. He was the 6th man. We're going to right side with the basketball out behind the arc. Aller ends up on the floor. No foul called. They're going to have to slow the game up. First shot of the game wouldn't go for Northwestern. I was watching Peyton. So first shot wouldn't go. Peyton's in the front court. He's going to try to shrug that off. So working the basketball left side. See him quickly. He'll bring it back out straight up. Working back to Landon Spidell. Behind the perimeter with the basketball, Peyton Aller. He'll dribble. They'll bring it back out. Working back out top, center circle. They'll reset the offense with Sam Quigley. Work a right side behind the arc. Grady Carpenter. Carpenter going to go to the corner with it. Sam Quigley, 3-point shot in the air. Rims off, wouldn't go. Rebound, Landon Spidell. He'll go up with the shot. Spidell got fouled. He'll shoot 2. Spidell racking the boards right there. He's going to shoot the first 2 foul shots in tonight's ball game. They're going to whistle a foul on Northwestern. That foul whistle on number 13, Hayden Cook. Hayden Cook has 1. Landon Spidell, first shot, short off the rim, wouldn't go. Landon Spidell on the season. He's now 8 for 11. He started the game, as you know, at 80%. You have one more. You fly it. Second shot, good. He'll get the back end of a two-shot foul, and the Blue Devils have a 1-0 advantage. To the front court, 7 minutes left, just beginning. First quarter at Northwestern High School. Out top of the basketball. You're going to move it around. 13. That's Cook. Take a shot from the corner. That was Brock Shank. Wouldn't go. Might have been a 2. Wouldn't go. Rebound out of there to the front court now is Sam Quigley. The Blue Devils out top. Grady Carpenter. He'll pick up the dribble inside the three-point line, right behind the free throw line. He'll hand off. Peyton Aller, they'll get it back to Grayson McFalls to the corner as Peyton Aller going to dribble the ball back pedal dribble. He's going to reset the offense. They'll go out top with Sam Quigley. Quigley going to be guarded there by Brock Shank. Spin move right there. He'll pick up the basketball at the free throw line. It's Grady Carpenter back to Quigley. Now back to Aller behind the stripe. They're going to get it out top. Grady Carpenter, three-point shot is good. About a step and a half. Top of the key, Grady Carpenter for 3. 4-0 contest. Blue Devils in front. Crossing the timeline, it's 24. Connor Benyon. Benyon being guarded there by Paul Aller. He's screened off by Cook. Shot off the glass. Shot wouldn't go. Taken by 13. Cook into the front court with the basketball. Grady Carpenter kept that pivot foot down. Looked like he may have slid it, but no slide, no whistle. Out top of the basketball, Grady Carpenter. Carpenter on the dribble in front of the Northwestern Tiger bench. He'll dribble baseline. He'll try to feed it down low, and nearly a steal. That was 24, Connor Benyon. He got a hand on the basketball, but the time he dribbled it was on the baseline. That baseline is hard to see in the paint. It's black. The paint is purple. I'm going to bring it in right at the bucket. They'll go down low off the glass. 2-point shot up off the glass. Wouldn't go, but he got fouled. That's Peyton Aller. He'll shoot 2. So they're going to whistle this foul on Northwestern. It's going to be their second in the contest on Northwestern. And to the foul strike is Peyton Aller. First shot up and good. Sophomore athlete, Peyton Aller. He shoots 63% at the free throw line. In the ball game for Northwestern is number 25, Ashton Young. Ashton Young, we mentioned he's a 6-foot senior. One more shot. Shot in the air. Long off the rim, wouldn't go. Rebound Cook for Northwestern. He'll outlet up ahead. 24, Connor Benyon. So we're to the front court, back out top with the basketball. Connor Benyon. Working against him is Peyton Aller. There's going to be a blocking foul. Peyton Aller trying to stay in tune with the dribble. And he's going to pick up the foul right there. And I will mention he hit the deck, and Connor Benyon reached down, picked him back up. The IHSAA likes to see that. That makes them smile. So ball going to be brought in. Northwestern bounce pass to the corner. On the dribble there is 21, Cameron Markley. Playing tight defense, as you know he would. That is Sam Quigley. Outside the paint, going to take a shot in the paint. Floater wouldn't go. Shot taken there. That was 21, Cameron Markley. To the front court. To the paint right there. Couldn't get the shot. That was Peyton Aller. Rebound, Northwestern. They'll take it to the front court. Brock Shank going to drive baseline. And Landon Spidell is going to try to cut him off, but he's going to pick up the foul. Trying to cut off Shank on the baseline. So fouls whistled. Tipton. We whistled on Landon Spidell. He has one. Both teams with 2 fouls here in the first quarter. 4:55 left. 5-0 contest. Blue Devils in front. Going to be brought in right at the bucket on the baseline. Cameron Markley tries to toss it in. Grayson McFalls playing good defense, knocks it out of bounds. So Grayson McFalls picking up the job tonight. He's here in the first quarter working against Cook. Hayden Cook, 6'5", Grayson, 6'8". I will say Cook is a senior, Grayson a sophomore. Outside of the basketball, picks up the dribble, and I'll put it down now. Brock Shank lost the dribble, regathers it. He'll go to the corner, going to baseline drive. Cook's going to take about a 12-footer on the baseline, wouldn't go. Ball goes awry, and there's going to be a foul on Northwestern. By that time, Tipton had the basketball, so it's Northwestern getting a foul in the backcourt. And that's going to be the third on the team for Northwestern. And that foul's whistled on 21, Cameron Markley. He has one. Ball brought in, bounce pass, Grady Carpenter. They'll bring it to the front court, guarding him loosely full court is 24, Connor Benyon. Worker right side. Landon Spidell. He'll bounce it near the paint, outside the paint. Grady Carpenter. He'll find an opening, and he'll get it to Grayson Falls underneath the bucket. Grayson McFalls with two. Grayson McFalls on the season shooting 70%. 2-point land. We're going to round the perimeter. Northwestern Tigers. 7-0 contest. Working on the dribble outside the arc. That was Cook. There's going to be a foul whistle. It's going to be off the ball. We're being off the ball foul. They're evidently going to call this on Tipton. We're going to see a couple of subs in the ball game for the Northwestern Tigers. And that foul is going to be whistled on Peyton Aller. He'll pick up his second foul in the ball game. So he's still on the floor. They're going to inbound the basketball left of the bucket on the baseline. They go outside. 3-point shot. Good. He just got in the ball game. Actually, he subbed back in. He's an original starter. That's Braden Wilson for three, sophomore athlete for Northwestern. 7-3 contest in the front court. Sam Quigley on the dribble. Picks up the dribble, tosses it back out near the 10-second line. Grady Carpenter. Carpenter working right there with the basketball. Working the left side behind the arc. Cross-court skip pass from Quigley. Back to Peyton Aller. Now back out. Grady Carpenter picking up a screen from Grayson McFall. So go down low on a baseline cut. And an outside shot. Peyton Aller couldn't get the shot to go. Rebound, Grady Carpenter. He'll go back up with the shot just outside the paint. And he'll get the bucket. It's 9-3. Blue Devils in front to the front court. Brock Shank picks up a dribble after one. He'll drive the lane. He'll dish off the glass. Going to roll around. Wouldn't go. That shot taken by Cameron Markley. Rebound Tipton. And Grady Carpenter trying to thread the needle there. That was a pretty small needle. He got intercepted. He was trying to find his teammate and classmate. Quigley couldn't go. Elbow, left side. Shot good. Brock Shank. Brock Shank has kind of a shot pattern like a Larry Bird. It's kind of the overhead. But you don't rate him, you just count him. 2:48 on the game clock. 9-5 contest. Blue Devils by 4. Out top, basketball, Sam Quigley. Works it left side. Peyton Aller. No dribble. He'll pass it back out. Sam Quigley, he'll reset the offense. Out top. Working against him, Brock Shank. Through the leg dribble. He'll get it back to Grady. Grady with the basketball. Triple threat. He'll dribble right. He'll spin move near the baseline. Pass the other side of the gym. They'll go to the corner. 3-point shot. 3-point shot. That was Peyton Aller. Credit the assist to Sam Quigley. 2:16 on the game clock. Corner baseline shot off the rim. Wouldn't go that time. That was an encore try by 15 at Braden Wilson. Back the other direction. 2:05 left. We're in the first quarter. Blue Devils 12. Tigers 5. Shot from the corner. Wouldn't go. That was Grady Carpenter. Rimmed out. Ball ends up out of bounds. It's going to belong to Northwestern. Back in the ball game for the Tigers, we're going to see number 24, Connor Benyon. Taking a breather for Northwestern is 21, Cameron Markley. 1:53 on the game clock. Ball's in the front court. Northwestern Tigers on the dribble out top. Connor Benyon. They work at left side in the ball game now. He's number 5, Landon Begley for the Tigers. He's 6 foot. He's a junior. Going to drive the lane. Layup off the glass. Wouldn't go. Rebound putback is good. Credit that putback to Landon Begley. First attempt there off the glass. Wouldn't go. That was Braden Wilson. 12-7 ball game. Blue Devils in front. Working out top of the basketball. Grady Carpenter. Around the perimeter. In the ball game for Tipton is number 4, Quinn Smith. Going to be a bounce pass. Going to be intercepted and near the paint. Brock Shank picks it off. Spin move into paint. We'll take a shot short off the rim. Rebound putback. Wouldn't go. That was Wilson. And it's going to be Wilson's going to try to get the ball after the missed shot. And he tried to get it away from Grayson McFalls and picks up the foul. If you miss a shot, you want the ball back. If you miss a dribble, you give up a turnover, you want the ball back. But that foul is going to be whistled on 15, Braden Wilson. He's got 2. Team foul number 4 on the Tigers here in the first quarter. 1:03 left. Sam Quigley going to dribble it to the timeline. Working against him, working the left side. It's 25, Ashton Young. Back out top, Grady Carpenter. Right there at the end logo for Northwestern. Right there in the paint. Floater in the lane, got it. It was Grayson McFalls for 2. 14-7. Blue Devils by 7. We're going to round the perimeter. Outside the arc. working through the corner, picks up the dribble. That was 25, Ashton Young. They move the ball around. They go to the corner with it. Connor Binion. He'll dribble in the paint. He'll take a floater, turnaround jumper. About a 10, maybe 12-footer. Count it. That was 24, Connor Binion. 14-9 contest. Blue Devils by 5. 19 seconds left. Nearing the first quarter end right here. Sam Quigley, double team, passes out of it with a jump pass to Grady Carpenter. 10 seconds left. He's out way outside, pretty close to the bench right there of Northwestern. 4 seconds. Lost the dribble. Somebody's going to have to shoot it. It's going to be Quinn Smith, but it's behind the buzzer. Wouldn't go anyway. We'll go to a first quarter break at the end of 1. Tipton Blue Devils 14. Northwestern Tigers 9. And we do thank you for tuning in. We'll mention tonight's ball game is being brought to you by The Shack. The Shack, that's at 311 East Jefferson Street. Rutledge Well Drilling. Noblesville Trophies. Lisa Stokes Bear, Century 21. Jim Dandy Restaurant, that's in Tipton. Indiana Express Rentals. Hope Jewelers, Tipton. Encompass Credit Union, Tipton, Frankfort, and Kokomo. Discount Copies. Dean's Auto Parts. Camino and Company. And AGM Auto. Bringing you tonight's contest. Timeout going on right now. And tell you what, I didn't get to mention this. Last game had this wrote down. Oldest public high school in Indiana. You know what it is? Oldest public high school in Indiana. New Albany High School. They are the Bulldogs. Their school has been in existence since October 3rd, 1853. That is amazing. So there's a second buzzer. We're going to play a second quarter here in the ball game. It's going to be alternate possession arrow. Going to belong to Tipton. So Sam Quigley at half court going to toss the ball in. They are going to contest with an inbound guard right there. That is Cameron Markley. They'll pass to the backcourt, picked up by Grady Carpenter. Across the timeline on the dribble, working against him is Connor Binion. They'll drive just inside the paint and getting for a traveling violation. They're going to call him for steps. Actually, I was looking at my note paper right here. I didn't see it happen. But some Tipton fans not in agreement, but they give the ball back to Northwestern. Crossing the timeline on the dribble. Northwestern Tiger, 21, Cameron Markley. They'll bounce it right side. On the dribble there, it's Connor Binion. Back out top, Ashton Young. They'll get the ball back out top. 3-point shot in the air, short off the rim. Shot taken by Connor Binion. Trying to find that long carom. Ball finally goes out of bounds. It's going to be last touched by Northwestern. 7:29 left. Second quarter, 14-9 contest. Blue Devils by 5. Going to pass to the front court. Nice pass by Peyton Aller. They'll get it to Sam Quigley. And they're going to say Quigley had tried to save the basketball from going out of bounds. It was a good effort, but they say he stepped on the baseline. Baseline is black. A lot of purple around that vicinity. Takes a pretty good eye. That brings you from the backcourt to the front court. Crossing the timeline, 24, Connor Binion. Binion going to work it around the perimeter. Brock Shank. Left side, 25, Ashton Young. They're working on around. Straight out top, 24, Binion. Guarding him is Grady Carpenter. They'll work it right side. Still behind the arc, Ashton Young. Left side, shake and bake. He'll drive the lane there. That was 24, Connor Binion. They get it to the corner. 3-point shot wouldn't go. That was 25, Ashton Young. They're going to whistle a foul on the rebound. And they're going to whistle this, I think, on Ashton Young. So Ashton Young going to pick up the foul, and he missed the shot. He won the ball back. You want that ball back for your team. I mean, you're kind of disappointed. You missed a shot or you turn the ball over. You want the ball back because you don't want to let your team down. And I'm sure they're not thinking about that, trying to let them down. So we're going to back the other way. Ball brought in. See him quickly. Gets the ball back to Grady Carpenter. Going to dribble to the timeline. He beat the 10-second line. We're going to left side. Going to be a reach out right there. And Grady Carpenter had to reach out. I have to say I agree. He had the arm out, trying to clear a little path there. He was only going to take one dribble, but That's probably a good call. So that's the first foul in the ball game on Grady. So both teams have one foul each side of the scoreboard here in the second quarter. We'll bring the ball in, crossing the timeline on the dribble is 24, Connor Binion. Binion going to bounce it into Cook. Hayden Cook, he'll get it back to Binion. He'll drive baseline. Back to Cook into paint. He'll go hard to the hoop. He'll get the bucket. He was trying to get up there. He wasn't going to dunk it, but he did kind of lay it over the rim. He got fouled. He'll shoot one more. So they're going to whistle this foul on number 3. So let me take that back. It's on number 12, Grayson Falls. He has one. So Hayden Cook, 3-point play opportunity, wouldn't go. Rebound fought for. Grady Carpenter, they're going to say it was off his fingertips, goes out of bounds, going to stay in the front court with Northwestern. So he'll be brought in. Left of the bucket on the baseline. It's Cameron Markley. He'll toss it in tall in the paint to Cook. He'll take another floater to rim around, hit the backboard, and go in. So Cook for 2. It's a 14-13 contest. Blue Devils by 1. Ball's in the front court. Peyton Aller on the dribble. Working against him right there is Braden Wilson. Back out, Isaac Humrickhouse in the ball game for Tipton. Humrickhouse, number 32. Isaac Humrickhouse, 6'3", junior. Out top, Grady Carpenter. Trying to entry pass in the paint there to Grayson McFalls. And a miscommunication. Ball goes out of bounds. Going to be brought in from the backcourt. Northwestern. 6 minutes left. Second quarter. 14-13. Blue Devils by 1. They'll bounce it. Cook, the left elbow. He'll dribble now. He'll pick up the dribble outside the paint. To get it back, a little hesitation dribble there. That was 34. Alex McCoon. Alex McCoon, I take that back. That was 24. Connor Binion. And it's going to be a turnover. It's going to belong to Tipton. So timeout, Blue Devils. 5:46 left, second quarter. 14-13. Blue Devils by 1. We'll mention this game is in part being brought to you by Rutledge Well Drilling. Rutledge Well Drilling, when you think of water, think of Rutledge Well Drilling. Pumps, sales, service, water conditioning, water softeners, iron filters, and trenching. You can call Rutledge Well Drilling. Call them at 765-292-2315. Again, their number is 765-292-2315. Or visit them on their website, rutledgewelldrilling.com. They're just west of Atlanta, right there on 296th Street, probably a couple of miles. They are licensed. They are insured. They are honest, dependable, and always professional. That's Mike, Nathan, and Levi Rutledge. So there's the first buzzer. Second quarter. Working the ball game right here, 14-13. Tipton took a 5-0 advantage out of the gate. And Northwestern started hitting some shots. It's 14-13. And it's going to be brought in from the backcourt. Grady Carpenter and Sam Quigley going to be guarded there. Providing the defense in the backcourt, 24, Connor Binion. They try to get across the timeline, and Connor Binion and also Cameron Markley making it difficult. We're working down baseline. 2-point bucket left side of the glass. Grayson McFalls for 2. Another assist for Grady Carpenter. To the front court. Northwestern Tigers working the basketball. On the dribble, Connor Binion outside. Talks to Hayden Cook. Working it back around. One dribble. Brock Shank. Go baseline jumper. That's Cook. Cook looking good on that shot. About a 12-footer. 16-15. Blue Devils by 1. Blue Devils in the front court. Peyton Aller. He'll dribble left out top of the circle. Grady Carpenter hits the deck. He gets back up. Going to be a 3-point shot from the left corner baseline. That was Sam Quigley. Quigley puts the Blue Devils in front by 4. 19-15. Ball to the front court. Bounce pass. Outside the arc. We'll work it back around. Brock Shank. Shank out top. Crossover dribble. Working against him is Peyton Aller. They're working down low. 2-point bucket. Reverse layup. Shot made right there. That was 23, Henry Nair. I believe it's Nair. And Henry Nair, he came off the bench. 2-point bucket. Blue Devils in the front court. 19-17. Blue Devils by 2. Going to be a try to steal right there. No call. He'll get the steal. You push it up ahead. Layup, breakaway layup for Brock Shank. Ties the ball game at 19. 4:12 left, second quarter. Grady Carpenter on the dribble. Going to walk it to the timeline. Contesting him is Connor Binion. We're going to right side, outside the arc. Sam Quigley now back out top to Peyton Aller. We're going to see a sub check in just a moment. Next dead ball, it's going to be Quinn Smith for Tipton. 3:50 left here in the second quarter on the dribble. Working his way in the paint, lost the handle. Ball's loose. And they're called jump ball. Jump ball, ball got loose there. Grady went down to Corrales. And I'm right there with 21, Cameron Markley. And alternate possession arrow gives it back to Northwestern. So back in the ball game, it's going to be number 15, Northwestern Tiger, Braden Wilson. Taking a breather is 32, Brock Shank. They'll bring it in from the backcourt. Try to walk it to the timeline, calling out some plays before he gets to the timeline. Grady Carpenter providing defense in the backcourt. We get the ball back around. Hayden Cook. They go to the corner with it. Wilson for three. Right corner baseline. 19-19 ball game. To the front court, Peyton Aller looks at right side. Sam Quigley on the dribble. Working against him, Connor Binion. Works it back left side. Grayson McFalls back to Sam. Sam behind the arc, he'll dribble right. He'll work it down low, get it into Grady Carpenter, and Carpenter's going to get hammered from the backside. It's going to be the second foul whistled on Hayden Cook. Hayden Cook and Grady Carpenter. Pretty good matchup. Grayson McFall's going to get a breather. They get a medium 5 from Coach Hawkins. And back in the ball game for Northwestern is going to be number 5, Landon Bagley. And 13, Hayden Cook's going to take a breather with his second personal foul here in the ball game. We're in the first half. Baseline jumper would go Grady Carpenter just outside the paint. Rebound Northwestern. Back the other direction with the basketball. Wilson. He'll dish it behind the arc. Connor Binion. He'll dribble in. Binion into paint. Shot off the glass wouldn't go. Rebound put back is good. Credit the bucket. 23, Henry Nair. Nair, 6'3" sophomore. 24-19. Tigers in front by 5. In the front court, we're in the basketball. Sam Quigley bouncing left and drive left outside the paint. He'll go high off the black backboard. Shot wouldn't go. They weren't going to allow the shot. The foul took place near the right elbow. So that's just going to be a common foul. But the Blue Devils going to keep the ball. They're going to whistle this foul on Northwestern. And they'll bring the ball. The Blue Devils will bring it in right to the bucket on the baseline. See him quickly. Bounce pass in to Aller. Back to Grady Carpenter. Outside the arc. See him quickly. He'll take, thought about a jump back 3, step back 3, and he'll pass it left side, Grady Carpenter. Screen right there. Landon Spidell back in the ball game for the Blue Devils. They'll go to the corner. Shot from the corner. 3-point shot. Long off the rim. Rebound. Fighting for it. That shot taken by Aller. Back the other direction. Northwestern on the rebound. 2:17 on the game clock. Out top of the basketball. They work it out top again. They're moving around the perimeter. Braden Wilson. Wilson to the corner. Connor Binion. They try to drop behind through the leg dribble. He has to save the basketball. And Sam Quigley is on the floor trying to steal the basketball. Almost had it. Incredible effort by Grady Carpenter and Sam Quigley. We're going to back around left side. Out top of the basketball, 24, Connor Binion. Trying to take some clock here. Northwestern being a little bit deliberate on this possession. 1:40 on the game clock from the corner baseline. Shot off the rim, wouldn't go. That was Braden Wilson. 3-point attempt. Rebound, Tipton. Crossing the timeline, Grady Carpenter. Hesitation dribble, he'll dribble in. Spin move, 10-footer, wouldn't go. Rebound secured by Northwestern. Landon Bagley. Bringing across the timeline is Cameron Markley. Markley going to shout out some directions out near the center circle. And Quinn Smith playing tight defense on 24, Connor Binion. We're to the left corner baseline. They'll bring it back out to Binion. Right side, ball's in the hands. Stationary right there, 21, Cameron Markley. Left side, Wilson. Triple threat available. He pitches it to the corner. They'll bring it back around. Bagley. Bagley with a triple threat available. Working against him is Grady Carpenter. Out top, 47 seconds left. Maybe trying to get that final shot. 24-19. Northwestern. They call a 5-second closely guarded. And there's evidence of Quinn Smith and his defensive skills. He just forced a 5-second call, got the ball back for the Blue Devils. The ball's going to be brought in. Tipton Blue Devils just to the left of Coach Cody Smith. And then Cody Smith right there. And Peyton Aller tosses it in. Sam Quigley. Quigley going to bring it to the timeline. We're going to get him is number 11, Taylor McKillop. McKillop is a 5'11" senior. Off the glass, driving the lane, wouldn't go. That was Sam Quigley. Rebound to Begley. 24 seconds left. Probably going to try to take the last shot in this possession. Last possession got halted with Quinn Smith's defense. Out near the center circle. 13 seconds left. Stationary dribble, Connor Benyon. He'll work it right side, pick up the dribble, go to the corner. Ashton Young, back to Benyon. Benyon spin movement to the left elbow. He'll drive in and take a shot off the glass. Underhanded scoop shot at the buzzer, and it'll count. We'll go to halftime. Halftime score, Northwestern Tigers 26, Tipton Blue Devils 19. Yes, we do appreciate you tuning in. And I will also mention this game is in part being brought to you by The Shack. The Shack. Hey, Blue Devil fans. Looking for the perfect spot before or after the game? Swing by The Shack, your ultimate game day hangout. They've got something for every team member. Whether you're craving a classic Shack pizza or ready to tackle a Shack stack with single, double, or triple burger patties. And that's not all. We've got your game staples, such as cold beers, refreshing top cocktails, and their loaded spiral potatoes. Bring your game face, bring your appetite, and bring your friends for a winning experience at The Shack, located at 311 East Jefferson Street in Tipton. That's State Road 28, East Jefferson Street in Tipton. Check them out on Facebook to stay up to date on specials and events. See you at The Shack. And tonight's ballgame is also in part being brought to you by Noblesville Trophies. You can shop them online at noblesvilletrophies.com or stop in, if only, to browse around. 1740 South Penn Street, Noblesville, Indiana. Trophies, awards, plaques, and more. Fast turnaround, prices are low. They are so low you may want to be a repeat customer. That's Noblesville Trophies, 1740 South 10th Street, Noblesville, Indiana, 46060. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And you can dial them up by telephone at 317-773-7391. Again, that number is 317-773-7391. Or find them online at noblesvilletrophies.com. They got some entertainment out here. They got some girls, young and probably up to, 8th, 9th grade, doing a dance routine. Pretty good, well choreographed. We'll also mention this game is in part being brought to you by Lisa Stokes Bear, Century 21. When you're thinking about residential or corporate relocations, a perfect house can soon become a perfect home. And Lisa Stokes Bear would like nothing more than to utilize her 26 years of experience to help you begin that process. Yes, real estate reliability is something a professional real estate agent or a real estate broker strives for, such as Lisa Stokes Bear. Your happiness and her success are two of the same. For the real estate lady with the high quality real estate IQ, contact Lisa Stokes Bear by cellular phone or by text message 317-513-4086. 317-513-4086. That's Lisa Stokes Bear. Signature by phone or text message. Century 21. And also bringing you tonight's contest is Jim Dandy Restaurant. Jim Dandy Restaurant right there in Tipton. At Jim Dandy Restaurant, you'll not only enjoy an incredible dining experience, and a Jim Dandy menu simply speaks for itself. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, hot soups, fresh fruits, with a fully loaded salad bar. And even though the Tipton High School was being constructed in the early 1960s, Jim Dandy Restaurant continues to support Tipton Blue Devil basketball and Tipton Blue Devil athletics since prior to opening in 1964. A Jim Dandy Restaurant, good food, good friends, good times. They are open 7 days. Jim Dandy Restaurant in Tipton. 6 minutes left on the intermission. They're getting a hand clap for those girls dancing. I think they got another set getting ready to happen. We'll mention this game is also in parts being brought to you by Indiana Express Rentals. Indiana Express Rentals, when you find yourself looking for that dependable moving truck rental company, that high quality choice isn't far away. You can call Indiana Express Rentals. They're at the south edge of Noblesville, Indiana. They're at 1708 South 8th Street. Right there at the T. It T's right there, South 8th Street. And then simply call them at 317-773-4800. Again, their number is 317-773-4800. They have up to 26-foot box trucks available. And a truck with a Tommy lift can sure come in handy. That's Indiana Express Rentals. Their hours of operation are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday, they're open 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. That's Dirk. Dirk is the owner. He's very polite and easy to work with. And that's Dirk right there. And Penske Truck Rentals. The name Penske alone takes any possible concerns away from any travel. Indiana Express Rentals. Also bringing you tonight's contest is Hope Jewelers. Hope Jewelers, they're in Tipton. Precious times are made for precious moments. And Hope Jewelers are there to meet your every special need in the field of diamonds, gold, and silver. Stop in and visit Hope Jewelers in downtown Tipton. They are next to the Diana Theater. And we'll mention Hope Jewelers, their address is 135 East Jefferson Street, Tipton, Indiana, 46072. You can reach them by phone by dialing 765-675-9720. Again, that number is 765-675-9720. Hope Jewelers, they're open daily, Tuesday through Friday, 9:30 to 5:30. On Saturday, they're open 9:30 to 2. And also bringing you tonight's contest is Encompass Credit Union. If you're looking for a financial partner that is as community-minded as you are, welcome to Encompass Credit Union, North Central Indiana's premier financial institution. At Encompass Credit Union, they believe in putting their members first, whether you're looking for lower rates on loans, higher rates on savings, or just a friendly face to help you with your financial needs. They've got you covered. You can join them today and become a part of a financial cooperative that truly cares. With branches in Tipton, Frankfort, and Kokomo, they are there to serve the community. That's Encompass Credit Union, where community comes full circle. Visit them online at encompasscu.org. That's Encompass, the letter CU.org, or at any of their convenient locations. That's Encompass Credit Union. We do thank you for tuning in. So they're getting to put the time on the clock. I guess they're ready for second half action. They put the clock at 8 minutes. I thought it was going to be on a couple of minutes there still. I think they'll put time back on the clock as the guys come out of the locker room. They're going to take some warm-up shots. So absolutely, they're at least going to put 3 back on the clock. But anyway, we'll mention Class 2A rankings for this week. These were tabulated on Monday, the 13th. We'll talk about the top 14. At number 1 in Class 2A, State of Indiana, Wapahani Raiders, they're 10-0. At number 2, Fort Wayne Lures, they are the Knights, they're 11-1. At number 3, Gary, 21st Century, the Cougars, they're 11-2. At number 4, Park Heritage Wolves, they're 11-1. And we'll also mention number 5, that's Linton. They used to go by Linton Stockton. It's Linton Miners, 9-1. At number 6, South Ripley Raiders, they're 12-0. At number 7, Manchester Squires, and they are currently 11-1, and they're going against Wabash tonight. And I will mention Manchester Squires, their only loss on the season came in week 2 to 4A Homestead. At number 8, Forest Park Rangers, they're 8-2. At number 9, Providence Pioneers, they're 8-1. Number 10, Taylor Titans. As mentioned, Taylor Titans just lost their first game of the season. They started out 10-0. They're 10-1 now. Tuesday, the 14th, 48-41 at Eastbrook. Eastbrook's a 2A school. 2A matchup right there. At number 11, it's Northeastern Knights. Northeastern Knights, their head coach is Brent Ross, working in year number 16, 2010 to present, 273 and 114. Good record. He's 13-0. At number 12, there are 3 teams. And next 3, 12, 13, and 14, they're all 8-2. At number 12, it's the Tipton Blue Devils. 8-2 at number 12. At number 13, Indianapolis Ritter. The Raiders are 8-2. At number 14, Lakeland Lakers. That's in North LaGrange, Indiana. They're 8-2. So that's the 2A ranking. We'll try to get through these 3A. 3A rankings for this week. It was tabulated back on Monday, the 13th. At number 1, South Bend St. Joseph Huskies. They're 12-1. Number 2, Indianapolis Cathedral Irish, 9-3. Number 3, Guerin Catholic Golden Eagles, 12-2. Number 4, Silver Creek Dragons, 14-2. Number 5, Northwood Panthers, 12-1. Number 6, Indianapolis Addicts. The Tigers are 8-5. Number 7, New Palestine Dragons, 10-2. Number 9, Brownstown Central Braves, 9-0. They've got a good athletic kids going through their school right now. They're good at football. Number 9, South Ridge Raiders, 11-5. Number 10, South Bend Washington Panthers, 9-2. Number 11, Fort Wayne Blackhawk Braves, 9-10. Yep, 9-10. Blackhawk Braves are at number 11. And number 12, Northview Knights, 12-0. At number 13 is Princeton Tigers. Number 14, Evansville Memorial Tigers, 2 Tigers. And then Garrett Railroaders at number 15. So they're getting ready for some basketball. And we got some human interest. We'll talk about that in a second. Getting ready to start this ball game. It'll be inbound by Sam Quigley. Alternate possession arrow belongs to Tipton. Crossing the timeline, Peyton Aller back outside. Working the offense there, Sam Quigley left side to bring it back out. They're running 2-3 zone against the Blue Devils. 7:48 just begun second half. 26-19. Northwestern in front. Out behind the arc. Left side, Sam Quigley. To stop it, out top the circle. Working back left side. Peyton Aller, 3-point shot. Sam Quigley got it. Sam Quigley, left elbow extended. 2-point shot, 26-22. Tigers by 4. Trying to break the press here. Tipton providing some pressure in the backcourt. Sam Quigley and Peyton Aller. And then Coach Gish going to call a 30-second timeout. So the Blue Devils causing some havoc right there to get the ball across the timeline. And Coach Gish elects to call 30-second. We'll mention. Got some notes here. Didn't mention this the other night at the Wabash, but what is the most common high school mascot? This is in the nation. This is nationally. A, first most common is the Eagles. Eagles, they say there's 1,273 Eagles in the nation. B is Tigers, 881 of them. C, the Panthers, 809. So it's the Eagles, the Tigers, and the Panthers. Most common mascots in the nation of the United States. 7:17 left. Going to be brought in Brock Shank. They'll put him in the backcourt, moving the basketball. Grady Carpenter causes difficulty in the backcourt. Then he'll get a steal. Grady Carpenter steals the basketball. He'll dish off right there from a seated position. They'll get it to Quigley, and he'll get the assist in the paint there to Quinn Smith. Quinn Smith puts it off the glass. 26-24. I'm pretty sure Cliff Hawkins had some words in the locker room, and I'm sure they were all genuine at a calm demeanor. 6:48 on the game clock. Left side. We're behind the arc. Outside the arc there is Braden Wilson. Out top, Brock Shank. Shank dribbles, goes the corner to Wilson. Being guarded there by Sam Quigley. Jump shot, 2-point shot, just inside the 3-point line right there. Braden Wilson for 2. 28-24. Tigers by 4. 6:25 on the game clock. Around the perimeter, Peyton Aller back out top. Well out top, Sam Quigley. Screen right there, Grady Carpenter. 3-point shot, rims around, wouldn't go that time. Same location for Sam, wouldn't go. Back the other direction. Wide open under the bucket. Sometimes they call those cherry pickers, but that's about what happened. 30-24. 6 minutes left here in the third quarter. Going to drive the lane. Grady Carpenter. He's going to draw a foul. He's going to be fouled, working pretty quickly there. And the foul's going to be whistled on Northwestern. Northwestern Tigers. 23, Henry Nair. No, take that back. It's going to be 24, Connor Binion. Ball's brought in. Grady Carpenter looking to get an inbounds pass into Quigley. Quigley on the dribble. Working against him. Brock Shank. Back out top to work her right side. To Aller. Aller on the dribble. Outside the paint, Quinn Smith. Working it back the other direction. Grady Carpenter picks up the dribble. Being guarded closely. Gives it to Landon Spidell to get a new dribble. Landon gives it back to Grady. 5:36. Be tipped out of bounds. Grady trying to find a baseline cut there. It was tipped out of bounds by Northwestern. The Blue Devils going to bring it in right to the bucket on their own baseline right there. 5:35 left. 30-24. Tigers by 6. Ball brought in. Peyton Aller might have just got fouled there. No call. No whistle. Dribble back in. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Northwestern. So they'll bring the ball in from the side court. Belongs to Tipton. Going to be brought in by Grady Carpenter. He's going to be guarded on the inbound by 24, Connor Binion. He'll toss it slightly through the backcourt. Might have got away with one there, but that's okay. Crossing the timeline. Sam Quigley. Bounce it in, top of the circle. Grady Carpenter. With the basketball, thinking about the dribble. Triple threat. He'll dribble in, spin, move, 14 feet out. He'll go to the corner with it. Sam Quigley, 3-point shot, wouldn't go. Rebound, Hayden Cook. Back the other direction. On the dribble, 21, Markley. Dish it down low, and Brock Shank. Good cut in the lane. Left a right-handed layup for 2. 32-24. Tigers by 8. 4:48 on the game clock. On the dribble, Sam Quigley. Back pedal. Out top, works it around. Quinn Smith, Grady Carpenter. Grady Carpenter, triple threat available. He's going to take a shot. 3-point shot, good. Spotted up. He was standing in 3-point territory. He was being guarded loosely by Connor Binion. He launched it and got it. But it's going to go out of bounds. Long pass over the head of teammate. Going to go out of bounds. Belongs to Tipton. All brought in. Grady. Quinn Smith back to Grady. You're going to walk it to the timeline. He'll give the ball up in the backcourt to Sam Quigley. He'll bring it across. Left-handed dribble. Left side working against him. 21, Markley. Good defense there by Hayden Cook. Nearly had a good defensive play to knock the ball out of bounds. But Grady comes back up with the basketball, and he'll launch a 3. Right elbow extended. Hayden Cook right there in the vicinity. 32-30. Out top, Hayden Cook. He'll dish off. Point guard, 24, Connor Binion. Connor Binion out near the center circle. Working against him is Peyton Aller. Left side, they'll work it down low, try to get it to Cook. A little bit tall pass, couldn't quite grasp it, and it's going to be picked up right there, loose ball by Tipton. Grady Carpenter to the front court. Hesitation dribble, looking to find CM Quigley. Passing lane closed up, back to Grady out top. He'll take a long three. 3-point shot wouldn't go that time. So they're going to say it was a blocked shot. Blocked shot? No, nope, they're not. And so they're going to say that was off the fingertips of Grady. Goes out of bounds. 3:24 on the game clock. 32-30. Tigers by 2. Braden Wilson playing back and forth pass with Brock Shank. Back to Wilson in the front court. Back to Shank. Bounce pass near the paint. They're going to call a kick. Going to call a kick. The referee has the choice to say whether that was intentional or not. And he says it was intentional. So in the ball game, back in the ball game for Tipton is number 12, sophomore, 6'8", Grayson McFalls. And in the ball game for Tipton, number 40, 6'3", junior, Jace Clark. So the ball's going to be brought in. Northwestern on their own baseline left of the bucket. Going to stop play here. Not quite ready. Got something going on there. The official said, hand me the ball back, and they'll restart. Here we go. Going to be brought in. Bounce pass into Cook to give the ball back to the gentleman that had the entry pass, Connor Binion. They're working back in. In the ball game for Northwestern again is number 11, Taylor McKillop. McKillop drives the lane, dishes off to Cook. In the paint, he'll go off the glass. He'll get the bucket. And it's a 34-30 contest. Tigers by 4. 2:48 on the game clock. Out top of the basketball, CM Quigley. Works it right side behind the arc, Peyton Aller. Aller being guarded there by Wilson. That's Braden Wilson for Northwestern. Out top, basketball, Grady Carpenter. Carpenter wanting to clear out. Going to pick up a screen from McFalls. He won't use it. He'll stay out top. Working against him way out beyond the arc is Hayden Cook. Left-handed pass to the corner, Chase Clark. Couldn't shoot. Right there in his face was Landon Bagley. Going to dribble the lane there in the paint. 2-point floater, good. Grady Carpenter. And Coach Cliff Hawkins is going to call timeout and give his boys a break. So 34-32. 2:14 left here in the third quarter. And we'll mention tonight's ball game is in part being brought to you by Discount Copies. Discount Copies, conveniently located at the west edge of Noblesville, Indiana. That's 46062. They are just behind Pizza Hut and next to Bowl 32. They're along State Road 32. At Discount Copies, they provide set-up services where you can turn your artwork into notepads, note cards, and they also do personalized Christmas cards. If you're planning a wedding, they can help you with all of your printed needs. You can call Discount Copies at 317-773-8783 or find them on email at discountcopies96@gmail.com. Ball brought in backcourt. Blue Devils providing pressure. We dribble near the timeline. Braden Wilson worked it back to Bagley. Bagley going to pass it across the timeline to Connor Binion. Connor Binion deep in the front court, being guarded loosely by CM Quigley. Quigley guarding the basketball. They're working back around. And Binion is obviously the point guard for the Northwestern Tigers. Working back around. Braden Wilson, 24, Connor Binion, 6-foot senior. Going to work at the elbow, left side, Hayden Cook, back to Binion. He'll take a shot 16 feet away, and he'll get it. Near the free throw line, inside the circle, 2-point shot for Binion, 36-32. 1:27 on the game clock, third quarter. We're at Northwestern High School, 5 miles west, north edge of Kokomo. Working it back around, Grady Carpenter, crossover dribble. He'll bring it back out top. He'll work it again. He'll drive the lane, kick it down low to Grayson McFalls off the glass. Grayson McFalls for 2. 6'8" sophomore. And you can't wish somebody to be tall, but Grayson is tall. Working it back in the front court. Outside, Braden Wilson. Binion, they'll go to the corner with the basketball. Taylor McKillop. McKillop, 5'11" senior. Where's number 11? On the dribble. Binion, working back around. McKillop, free throw line. triple threat available. He'll dribble now in the paint. That was Hayden Cook. Back out to McKillop. Now Binion, the basketball behind the arc, being guarded by C.M. Quigley. Taking some clock right here, looking for a good shot. 28 seconds left. Ball being guarded there. Binion and C.M. Quigley, pretty good matchup all game long. 36-34. Tigers by 2 with the basketball in the front court. Out near the center circle, 14 seconds left. Binion going to drive in. Going to take a shot off the glass. Left-handed layup is good. Then steal on the inbound by Northwestern. Binion's going to get the ball. He'll go a floater off the glass. Wouldn't get it. Rebound put back is good. Hayden Cook. And that's going to complete the quarter. And they're going to take a breather here. They'll go between quarters. And then Northwestern puts 4 points on the board quickly to end the third quarter. It's 40-34. Tigers in front at the third quarter break. We'll also mention tonight's ball game is in part being brought to you by Dean's Auto Parts. That's Dean's Auto Parts, Car Quest Auto Parts. They're located at 1110 South Peru Street, Cicero, Indiana, 46034. They're at the south edge of Cicero, just beyond McDonald's, but on the other side of the road, on the west side of 19. They're at Cicero Town Plaza. They are team members at CarQuest Auto Parts in Cicero, and they are there to ensure you get the right parts the first time. You can reach them by phone at 317-984-4931. Again, their number is 317-984-4931. That's Dean's Auto Parts. They are a locally owned automotive parts store that works to serve. Dean's Auto Parts in Cicero. So getting ready for fourth quarter action. Friday night. Both of these teams in action again tomorrow night. Northwestern will be home with Northfield, the Northfield-Northfield conference game. Tipton will be home with the Clinton Prairie Gophers, a non-conference game. So it's going to belong to Northwestern. Alternate possession arrow. It's going to be inbound by number 5, Landon Bagley. 40-34, Northwestern by 6 to start the fourth. Pass it deep in the backcourt on the dribble now. It's 21, Markley. Guarding him coast to coast there is C.M. Quigley. 3-point shot, Braden Wilson. Couldn't get the shot to go. Might have been tipped, not sure. Rebound picked out of there by Tipton, and Grady Carpenter drives the lane, floats one up off the rim, off the backboard, and falls in from the paint. 40-36, 7:33 left here in the fourth quarter. With the basketball in the backcourt, McKillop. They're trying to get it across. Tipton trying to deny, but they finally do to Braden Wilson. We're working out top with the basketball, moving around Bagley. Out top, taking a point guard here to start the fourth quarter. Cameron Markley was number 21. They're going to call a blocking foul. Looks like Markley might have had that arm extended, but they're going to call a blocking foul. It's going to be foul number 3, I believe, on Peyton Aller. So Peyton Aller going to pick up the foul. He's got 3. Foul situation they have here in the quarter. They say 1 and 1 on each side. We'll see if that works out. They get it into Cook. Move back around top of the circle. Brock Shank being guarded there by Quinn Smith. Back to Shank. Shank outside the paint, takes a floater, wouldn't go. Rebound, spot forward, Grayson McFall. Going to tie it up with Braden Wilson. So alternate possession arrow is going to give it to Tipton. Tipton's going to bring it in. 7:03 left. Fourth quarter, 40-36. Tigers by 4. Going to bring it in. Peyton Aller going to bring it to the timeline. Going to be picked up at the timeline by Brock Shank. He'll dribble right. Going to administer a count. He'll dish off Team Quigley. Quigley on the dribble, back pedal dribble. He'll work a right side, picks up the dribble. Grady Carpenter, about 3 steps behind the arc. Picking him up right there is Landon Bagley. He'll dribble in with that ball protected. They're working in the free throw lane. Team Quigley dishes off. Peyton Aller in the paint, takes a shot. He'll shoot 2. Shot wouldn't go in, but Peyton Aller will go to the foul stripe. 6:36 on the game clock. Hayden Cook. Hayden Cook picks up his third foul in the ballgame. So 40-36, Aller. First shot up and good. He'll get one more. It's a 40-37 contest. Peyton Aller will have one more, and going to be two guys on the lane for the Blue Devils. They'll be Brady Carpenter and Sam Quigley. We're going to see in the ball game once again. We'll see Isaac Humrickhouse. He wears number 32 for the Blue Devils. Taking a breather is Quinn Smith. He'll get one more. Peyton Aller. Second shot off the front of the rim, off the backboard, and just fell off the front. Wouldn't go. 40-37. 6.5 minutes left. Fourth quarter. To the corner, Braden Wilson. Back out, Brock Shank. He'll bounce it in to Hayden Cook. Hayden Cook elbow left side. He'll dish it back to Brock Shank. Baseline jumper. About a 12-footer. Got the bucket. 42-37. Bring the ball to the front court. Peyton Aller crosses the timeline. He picked up Luthier there. He'll switch off. Now Bagley will guard Aller. He'll bounce pass to the corner. He'll drive in. That was Landon Spidell. Kicks it back out. 3-point shot. Good. Brady Carpenter for three. Right elbow extended. And credit the assist to Landon Spidell. 5:51 left in the ball game. Ball goes out of bounds. Dead ball. It's going to be last touch by Tipton and be brought in. Side court right there between Randy Bagley and Mr. Smith, JV coach. Pretty intelligent man. Going to work to the front court. Bagley out top of the basketball on the dribble. Bring it back. Brock Shank behind the arc. Left elbow extended, picked up severely right there by Sam Quigley. He was administering a count, but they're going to try it again. 2 seconds, 3 seconds. Pass the ball out of there. Bagley, they'll work it down low. Brock Shank on the cut. Baseline cut. He'll try a shot off the glass. He'll absorb a foul, and he'll shoot two. So they're going to whistle this foul on Sam Quigley. Quigley will pick up his second foul in the ballgame. I believe we'll take that back to show him for one on the board. Blue Devils have two cumulative as a team here in the fourth quarter, and the Tigers have three. First shot, Brock Shank rims around, fell off. Wouldn't go. Brock Shank on the season, he's now 6 for 10. Taking a breather out of the ball game is number 15 for Northwestern, Braden Wilson. Back in the ball game, 24, Connor Binion. 5:26 left, 42-40. Second shot for Shank, rims off long, bounces off, rebound, Landon Spidell. A 2-point ball game. Blue Devils going to bring it to the timeline. Going to be picked up by Binion. That's Grady Carpenter on the dribble. Going to hand off out top, working the basketball, Sam Quigley. Quigley going to dribble in. A little bit of a holding hand check. They're going to call it. They're going to call the hand check. Even if it's late, if the call comes in, it's not too bad. Kind of disturbs the flow of the game, but better late than never. 5:09 left. 42-40. Left of the bucket on the baseline. Grady Carpenter looking to get it in. He'll bounce it in. Landon Spidell gets the ball back. Grady Carpenter working against Brock Shank. Behind the back dribble, he'll dribble through the legs right there to keep the ball alive. Out top, Peyton Aller, Sam Quigley with the basketball. Quigley going to hand off to Grady Carpenter. Picking him up out top is Connor Binion. Outside the arc, Sam Quigley looking for an opening. A little bit of a bump there. No call in the paint there. Aller off the glass. 2-point bucket, Peyton Aller. The 42-42 contest. 4:35 on the game clock. Across the timeline, Binion in the front court with the basketball. Triple threat available, being guarded by Sam Quigley. There's going to be an illegal screen. The illegal screen set there on Cook. You got to stay still. And I think Coach Gish knew it. For sure he did. But so Hayden Cook going to pick up his fourth foul in the ballgame. He'll take a breather. So Blue Devils going to inbound the basketball. Tie ball game at 42. Going to be tipped from the backside. Brock Shank knocks it free. It's picked up by Northwestern. Be a turnover for the Blue Devils. Turnaround jumper off the glass wouldn't go. Was Brock Shank. Rebound Binion. They'll kick it out top to Brock Shank. Bounce pass to Begley in the corner. They'll bring it back around. 24, Connor Binion. Being guarded there by Isaac Humricow. So working down low, Braden Wilson. Wilson going to get the pass deflected and stolen by Grady Carpenter. Grady makes the steal after the deflection. In the front court, working against Begley. They'll try to go baseline, lost the handle, and Brock Shank going to sneak in there and steal the basketball. Back the other direction. Braden Wilson picked up a loose ball, picked up by Begley, and Lena Spidell, they're going to call a foul. It's so loud in this gym. It's loud in the gym, and they couldn't hear the whistle. And they went on and played further, but the official down near the baseline is going to call foul on that block shot. So block shot is what they're calling. Anticipated whistles do happen, but got to go on. So at the free throw line for Northwestern is number 5, Landon Begley. First shot is good. He breaks the tie. It's 43-42. 3:39 on the game clock. Fourth quarter, he'll get one more. Landon Begley. Second shot also good. Begley trying to increase that percentage. The free throw line, he stepped to the line there, shoots 59%. He's now 10 for 19. Working the ball in the front court. Out top, Sam Quigley. Dribbles it around, wanted to hand off, going to get it back to Peyton Aller. On top of the circle now, Grady Carpenter. Guarding him is number 5, Landon Begley. Begley at 6 feet tall. Drive in. Floater in the paint wouldn't go. Grady will shoot 2. 3:15 left. Fourth quarter. 44-42. At the free throw line is Grady Carpenter. On the season, he's 71%. He's 46 for 65, and now he's 47 for 66. So Grady will have one more, trying to tie the ball game. We're going to see Hayden Cook back in the game. 3 minutes, 15 seconds. Hayden Cook going to have to play gingerly with 4 fouls. Well, Grady Carpenter going to have one more. Shots on the way, off the rim, and bounces on over. Had a little bit of momentum, went over the rim. Tie ball game at 44. Timeout on the court. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll mention this game is in part being brought to you by Camino and Company. Camino and Company, they're in downtown Noblesville. Camino and Company, you can reach them on the website at camino-and-company.com. Camino and Company is a mobile flower shop brought to you by local flower farmers and providers. They have small business partners and the Camino and Company founders. Their mascot is a 1984 El Camino SS. That El Camino is owned by V.E. Witham. He is the grandpa of Carly Elbrett Witham, Carly Witham Elbrett. And Carly runs Camino and Company, and she works hard at it. So that's Camino and Company, and their goal is from their start to their finish. And you can explore them again at the website, camino-and-company.com. You can now book your brides for 2025. Ball's going to be brought in backcourt. Brock Shank brings it in, bounce pass, 21, Cameron Markley. Back to Shank. They're going to run the V, get it across on the pass. Right there, bounce pass into Hayden Cook. Back out to Connor Binion. Binion with the basketball, being guarded closely. Right there by Peyton Aller. He deserved to count. He forces the administration count. That's Peyton Aller. And now Quinn Smith. Quinn Smith got a 5-second forced violation against Northwestern in the third quarter. So we're going back around the perimeter. Brock Shank outside the arc, crossover dribble. We're going against Quinn Smith. Shot's going to go off the glass. 2-point bucket. Good for Brock Shank. Brock Shank's only averaging 5.8 a game. He's pretty close to that now, if not above. 2:22 on the game clock. 46-44. 2-point advantage for the Tigers. Outside the arc, Grady Carpenter. He'll shake and bake. Outside the arc, launch a three, and nearly went. Rebound, Landon Spidell. Back pedal dribble. See him quickly. He'll drive the lane. He'll absorb a foul. And they're going to call it a two-shot foul. They're going to call it a two-shot foul because they have 5 fouls in the quarter, maybe. But he might have been calling that a shooting foul. So Quinn Smith going to check back in here momentarily. He didn't set out very long. 2 shots. First one rims around off the backboard and in. See him quickly has one. Isaac Humrickhouse going to take a breather. Quinn Smith back in the game. Tipton, 2:06 left, 46-45. Sam quickly shooting 67% at the stripe. Second shot rims off, wouldn't go. Ball's loose, fighting for it. Going to be a tie up right there, and a possession arrow goes to Tipton. Tipton Blue Devils. Quinn Smith, what a hustler. Quinn Smith, ball player, Tipton Blue Devils. Was number 4, 6'2", sophomore. And they almost had the wrong inbound, but they weren't close to inbounding it. 2:02 left, 46-45. Right at the baseline, Blue Devils brought in by Sam Quigley into Aller. Peyton Aller back to Grady Carpenter. 1:56 left, clock moving, fourth quarter. Tipton from the outside the arc, and Sam Quigley nails a three. Blue Devils take a 2-point advantage, 48-46. Trying to break the press there. They do. They get the pass across to Brock Shank. It's going to be a timeout call. Timeout call by Northwestern Tigers. 1:40 left here in the fourth quarter. Blue Devils 48. Tigers 46. And we'll also mention tonight's ball game is in part being brought to you by AGM Auto, LLC. They're in Arcadia. They're actually 1 mile west of Arcadia, right there off of 266th Street, Hamilton County. The future of your vehicle is in good hands when you put your trust with the guys at AGM Auto. Whether it's a routine oil change or the need for the expertise of an experienced AGM technician, AGM wants you to be safe and to stay safe on the road in your automobile. And the second type of service offered at AGM Auto is classic car and truck restoration. If you still have that older car or truck out back, or maybe it's in the barn and covered up with a tarp, AGM has a passion to reveal the underlying beauty of each and every restoration project they begin. You can find them on Facebook at AGM Auto LLC. You can dial them by telephone at 317-984-5283. Again, their number is 317-984-5283. That's AGM Auto. Ball's going to be brought in. Brock Shank, barely in the front court. Tigers front court. Starting the inbound is Quinn Smith. They'll toss it in. Backcourt, uncontested. They'll bring it through the timeline on a walk pace on the dribble. That's 21, Cameron Markley. 5'10" senior. Going to hand off. Out top, Braden Wilson. They're going to run I call it the popcorn popper out top. Not very long there, but the Bulldogs like to run back. Deep in the front court, the other center circle on the dribble is Connor Binion. Starting him loosely, see him quickly. He'll pick up a screen from Hayden Cook. I knew I'd say Hayden Fry, but it's Hayden Cook. Going to be a tie-up right there near the lane. And the Blue Devils going to get closer to getting that ball back on the next possession. So tie-up gives the ball back, alternate possession arrow to the Tigers. Going to be brought in left of the bucket on the baseline. Braden Wilson wanting to bring it in. And it's going to be a timeout. It's going to be a 30-second timeout here on the floor. 1:13 left. Blue Devils 48. Tigers 46. Pretty good game here in the works. I'm sure everybody knew it was going to be a doozy. And we don't know if it's going to take extra innings. No pun intended. But so right here in the fourth quarter, we'll mention the foul situation. Tigers have 5 fouls their own. That's what they've committed here in the fourth quarter. The Blue Devils are in a common foul, shooting foul, 2 shots on the next foul. And the Blue Devils have 3 fouls. So the Blue Devils, if they need to, they got one foul to give. And then they can foul whenever they think they want to put a guy on the line. So they're going to bring the ball in. Going to belong to the Northwestern Tigers. 1 minute, 13 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Going to be brought in, left of the bucket on the baseline. 21, Cameron Markley. Markley looking, gets it in. Braden Wilson being guarded there by Landon Spidell. Works it back out to Binion, being guarded by Aller. Pretty good defense right there. They get it back to Hayden Cook out top. Back to Binion. Binion has a triple threat available, being guarded by Aller. Now he'll dribble right, now back left. Just inside the arc right there. He's trying to get it low. He get it into Cook. Ball's loose. Going to be a steal. Tipped away. Stolen by the Blue Devils. Brady Carpenter with the initial defense. And I think that was Peyton Aller came up with it. They locked him up. There's a jump ball, but the Blue Devils have the alternate possession arrow. 50.7 left. Blue Devils by 2 with the basketball. They'll toss it in. Sam Quigley, Brady Carpenter across the timeline on the pass to Peyton Aller. In the corner, double team. In the front court, he'll pass out of it. And Coach Cliff Hawkins is going to bail his player out right there. He could probably pass out of it, but Coach Hawkins elects to call a timeout. 43.8 left. 48-46. So they're going to sub in during this timeout. Full 60-second timeout. And I tell you what, there's some good shooters in this nation. This is last week's, but I'll mention number 1 shooter in the nation. He's a senior. He wears number 1. His name's Gabe Davenport. Gabe Davenport. He plays for Zion Christian Academy in Columbia, Tennessee. He's 6'1", weighs 175 pounds. He shoots at a clip of 41.9 points per game average. He's 51% behind the 2-point stripe, the 2-point area, I should say. And 3-pointers, he's averaging 41%. And I'm shooting the ball well, and that's Gabe Davenport. Zion Christian Academy in Columbia, Tennessee. He's a senior. And those stats are for 14 games. So they're getting ready to play some more ball here. Clock's going to empty out. 15-second buzzer has sounded. There's the 60-second horn. And both teams out on the floor. 43.8 seconds left. 48-46. Blue Devils by 2 with the basketball. They'll bring it in across from the scorer's bench in their own front court. Be brought in. Grady Carpenter tosses in. Bounce pass, tipped away and stolen by Brock Shank. Shank gets the ball back. He'll bring it to the timeline. 2-point ball game. And Coach Gage going to call a timeout. 37 seconds left. Brock Shank, a tremendous football season. Tremendous football season. As a quarterback, I got to talk to him last Saturday briefly. I could tell the demeanor of that young man. Wow, good demeanor. So the cheerleaders are out on the floor. Blue Devils working hard. Also, the Tiger cheerleaders down near the corner. A pretty good atmosphere right here at Northwestern High School. Northwestern High School. Say what, their girls basketball, absolutely gangbusters. Girls basketball. Back in 2018 and 19 in Class 3A, state champions. They had to go on and play the Success Factor Class 4A schedule the next year. They went to the final game at 29-0. They lost that game. They were runners-up in that ball game to Lawrence North, 59-56. Northwestern girls had a chance to win that game. But we'll mention girls basketball coach Kathy Layden. 3 state titles with Tri-Central. They were consecutive. 2 state titles. They were consecutive with the Northwestern Tigers. And what a ball team they had. And I understand Bostic might be playing her 5th season because of the COVID year. Bostic and Layden might be done. Ball brought in. Backcourt going to bring it through the timeline. Northwestern Tigers, 21, Cameron Markley. He'll dribble right side. being guarded there by Tim Quigley. In the paint, Brock Shank going to absorb a foul. He'll go to the foul stripe. He was trying about a 12-footer in the paint and got hit on the elbow during the shot, so he'll shoot twice. So Blue Devils going to absorb that foul. It's Quinn Smith. He has one. Guarding the basketball. Free throw line, Brock Shank. Second time at the free throw tonight. First one rattles around off the backboard and falls in. 48-47. Blue Devils by one. Northwestern Tigers going to sub back in. Cook and Wilson going to take a breather. In the ballgame for the Tigers, Landon Begley and Taylor McKillop. Going to get some speed on the floor for the Tigers. One more shot for Brock Shanks, a 1-point ball game. Second shot good. It's a tie ball game once again. 25.3 left. Timeout, Blue Devils. Blue Devils going to bring it from the backcourt. They'll bring a baseline to baseline 84 feet away. Timeout. Coach Hawkins wants to talk this over. 25.3 left. We're in the fourth quarter. Tie ball game at 48. 48-48. And what a ball game here tonight. And what it's going to get cold. They said it got up to 42 today. That's what they said before today. Last night they said 42. And then they said it was going to be 42 tonight at midnight and then start going downhill. So they're talking about big time downhill Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday here in the southern or central part of Indiana. That's going to be pretty chilly. But tell you what, big football coming up Monday night. Sunday night, north to the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And the Ohio State Buckeyes. I don't say the Ohio State Buckeyes. I say the Ohio State Buckeyes. Now, Larry Murdoch, friend of mine, he does a heck of a job in the fall at football games. You've never heard him. He does a heck of a job. He graduated from Ohio State. He played on the team. He was a center. He hiked the ball. I'm telling you what, Larry Murdoch, he's the middle school coach, football coach at Tipton. He does a heck of a job. He's year-round. He had them boys in the locker, in the weight room just the other day. Ball brought in. See him Quigley, get it back to the inbounder. It's Grady Carpenter. You're going to walk it to the timeline. We're going to walk it left side. 16 seconds left. He just crossed the timeline. He's near the center circle. Brock Shank is guarding him. 9 seconds left. Going to be a clear out. Grady Carpenter is going to go to the hoop. He's going to shoot a jump shot from the baseline. Wouldn't go. Rebound. Putback is good. And that's Landon Spidell with the putback, and that's going to complete the ball game. Landon Spidell, right place, right time. I didn't go to Bethesda Christian, but Chief Baxter told me he got 16 at Bethesda Christian, and he gets a big bucket here tonight. So the Blue Devils are going to capture a win. Final score, Tipton Blue Devils 50. Northwestern Tigers 48. 21. So final shot goes in, and that was pretty close to the buzzer. So the Blue Devils going to capture a win. We'll mention tomorrow night, both teams in action tomorrow night. It's going to be the Northwestern Tigers right here at 6 and 7:30. Northfield Norsemen are going to be in the house. That'll be a Saturday game tomorrow, the 18th. The Tipton Blue Devils going to play tomorrow night. They'll play a home game also. They'll have the Clinton Prairie Gophers in the house at Tipton. That'll also be a 6 and 7:30 start. And we do thank you for tuning in. And if you'll hold on, we're going to try to talk to Coach Cliff Hawkins live. We'll go to the locker room. I think he'll probably oblige, but we won't interfere with whatever he's doing that is more important. So we're going to set this down, and please hold your line right there, and we'll go down to the locker room and talk to him. Please hold.
All right. Get out of here.
Hey, we're post game right now. We're going to talk to Coach Cliff Hawkins. Cliff Hawkins, I got to admit, what a game you had tonight.
Yeah, it was a great game. This game will help our young players grow a lot because we had so many things to work against tonight. It just Coach Giss's defense is so good, and it caused our players a lot of trouble. The physicality of their team bothered us in the first half, but I thought our movement was a lot better in the second half, and it allowed us. I told them if they can't, it can't be physical if you move more. You have to move when you play a physical team. You can't line up and match them if they're more physical than you are. So, finally we got that in our heads and we started moving. And then I thought our defense was great all night. And this is our 11th game, and 10 of them we've held the opponent under 50 or less. And tonight we do it again. It might go into overtime. It wouldn't have done it, but what a nice thing for our team tonight. This is really good for us.
That caliber of competition, you can't go wrong tonight.
Yeah, Northwestern's really a good team, and they've got great kids too. That's the other thing. That's a good, clean-cut, hard, physical game, and something that we needed to keep growing up. Because sometimes we're a little emotional with some things, and we have to overcome that. And I thought we did.
Coach, I found out I didn't go to the Bethesda Christian game. I found out from Keith Baxter that Landon Spidell got 16 in that game. Is that true?
In the second half, he and Grady combined for 28 of our 30. And I think he had 14 in the second half, and Grady had 14. And then we had 2 free throws from Sam. But, yeah, Landon. But there's the idea of what chemistry is. Grady was going to take the shot. We all knew that. But Landon knew my job is to get the rebound if he doesn't make it. And Landon was right there. I mean, he flashed right to the spot he had to be, laid it in. What a great win.
No doubt. Tomorrow night you're going to have Clinton Prairie. Clinton Prairie is going to be at home. I think they've got 1 loss. Is that true?
Yeah, Clinton Prairie is a very good team. I think maybe Clinton Prairie might have beat Northwestern. Yeah. So but we haven't been home since December 17th. So we're glad to be home. With this team, what we're really good at with this team, besides just some of our defense, we're really good at unloading and loading the bus. Okay. Because we've done it so many times. So we're happy to be at home tomorrow night and don't have to do that.
You can almost put a campsite in there because you got 6 home games in a row.
Well, let's maybe think about that. We'll call it AJ's campsite. Okay. All right.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that was Coach Cliff Hawkins. We're going to bow out of here. Tomorrow night, we'll be at Tipton High School, Clinton Prairie Gophers, and that should be another good game. We thank you for tuning in. We thank my wife back home for sound check, and we absolutely appreciate you listening. And we'll mention, no matter if you're home or away, if you're doing the teaching and the learning, don't let him go. Keep the fire burning and keep building the bridge.